You came looking for large, ominous reptiles, right? Then here's one, the saltwater crocodile. They are the largest living reptile in the world. You get the chills by just thinking about them lurking beneath the waves. According to reports, it's the animal most likely to consume a human. Did you know that almost 1,000 people are killed a year worldwide from crocodile attacks? It's the deadliest large predator in the world to humans. Scary, isn't it? They possess the most powerful bite in the world for animals on land at 3,700 psi, meaning that whatever the croc wants to eat, the croc will get. Wow, it looks like all those crocodile horror movies weren't far off. So, if you ever are attacked by one, the only advice to give is that you offer them an arm so you can run away and hope you don't bleed to death. I'm coming to get you! So do you think saltwater crocodiles are dinosaurs? Take a moment to picture a dinosaur. It probably looks more like a saltwater crocodile standing upright. But like the fowl and egg analogy, which actually comes first, the crocodile or the dinosaur? It's interesting to note that, besides crocodiles, only birds are known to have continued to exist as dinosaurs. The saltwater crocodile evolved from several prehistoric species, which are related to current crocodiles. Generally, ancestors of crocodiles are thought to have lived either before dinosaurs or during the time of dinosaur emergence about 240 million years ago, when dinosaurs first started to proliferate. This was around the late Triassic and early Jurassic era. Approximately 95 million years ago, an ancestor of crocodiles roamed the earth. Creatures known as Deinonychus, which were aquatic predators that lived close to the ground and had big snouts, strong tails, and huge numbers of teeth. Their characteristics were completely similar to contemporary crocodiles. Dinosaurs dominated the Earth around 65 million years ago. Then, a huge 5.5-mile broad asteroid plunged into a shallow sea. This caused a large explosion that created tidal waves, brush fires, poisonous rain, and earthquakes all over the world. Not only that, but large amounts of dust which disrupted how much sunlight Earth could get, which is believed what eventually brought forth the Ice Age. Did it get cold? According to scientists, the majority of dinosaurs and 3/4 of all other animal species on Earth were wiped out. However, some survived that catastrophe, and their descendants are still alive today. You're not getting rid of us that easily. One group that is well known for having survived the asteroid, you guessed it, crocodiles. Now, how did they manage to do that? We got a few tricks up our sleeves, that's how. They obviously cannot fly, lack feathers, and don't consume seeds, but they might know a few winning strategies. First off, crocodiles' bodies are extremely energy efficient. They spend a lot of time lying down and even have very slow heartbeats and breathing. They're able to hold their breath underwater for more than an hour by doing this. Wow, looks like laziness does have its benefits after all. Did you know that they're even capable of going several months without eating? On the other hand, other dinosaurs required more energy because they were often more active, particularly other flesh-eating species like the velociraptor and the T-Rex. They probably also eventually perished without finding anything to eat. One big meal and I'm good for a very long time. Saltwater crocodiles have specific physical characteristics that make them different from other crocodiles, most noticeably their size. The typical saltwater crocodile female is around 10 feet long and weighs around 330 pounds. Males, on the other hand, are about 20 feet long and weigh about 2,000 pounds. Dang, talk about an impressive animal. A size that big and it doesn't need to eat that often? Simply amazing. The vast range of saltwater crocodiles stretches from northern Australia to eastern India and Southeast Asia. Although saltwater crocodiles can survive in coastal environments, they are also at ease in freshwater rivers. These enormous reptiles can spend days or even weeks at sea, drifting and swimming many miles while probably hunting along the way because they are so well adapted to living in saltwater. If these creatures fought against great white sharks, who do you think would win? For the most part, these two tend to stay out of each other's ways, so it's hard to say who would win. Place your bet, folks. Did you know that saltwater crocodiles live longer than any other species of crocodile? Many reach ages of more than 65. Although it has never been proven in the wild, certainly saltwater crocodiles may live for more than a century. There have been multiple instances of crocodiles lasting through their 100th birthday in captivity, and that's just those that get lucky. As a matter of fact, just 1% of newborn saltwater crocodiles will live to adulthood. This is usually because predators tend to hunt them as babies, and is usually the only chance they have at killing crocodiles. Oh come on, I was just born! Interestingly, crocodiles are said to sleep with one eye open in Australian folklore, and scientists have recently established this to be correct. Australian saltwater crocodiles can experience unihemispheric sleep, which includes just turning off one half of their brain at a time while leaving the other half awake and vigilant to potential threats. No doubt, if they were suitable as pets, they would make good vigilantes. But that's not a good idea for anyone, as these creatures don't really like to take orders from anyone. Their right eye stays open when the left side of the brain is active, and vice versa. This is due to the way their central nervous system is structured. As a matter of fact, research revealed that crocodiles were more likely to keep a close eye out when people, as opposed to other crocodiles, were present. More than likely, this is because of poachers or hunters. Despite the unfavorable character that crocodiles and their relatives have among humans, the majority of species would rather avoid people than interact with them. And just because they try to avoid humans doesn't necessarily mean they won't attack you. You might end up with crutches or covered in bandages if you get too close or mess with them. Remember, as mentioned before, they're responsible for almost 1,000 deaths worldwide. The saltwater crocodile is notorious for displaying aggressive behavior toward people when it wants to. As mentioned, the toughest bite in the animal kingdom is produced by the saltwater crocodile's incredibly strong jaws and powerful teeth that can be as long as 5 inches. These two traits make the animal the ideal predator for hunting huge terrestrial mammals, as does its capacity to hold its breath for extended periods. When a potential prey approaches the water, saltwater crocodiles lurk at the edge and lunge violently at them. That's right, come a little closer, just a little more. Gotcha! They wait calmly beneath the surface along the water's edge, acting as classic opportunistic predators, expecting potential prey to pause for a drink of water. They will eat whatever they can get their teeth on, since they're not picky eaters at all, including wild boar, water buffalo, monkeys, and even lions. Sorry, Your Majesty, but I'm the king around here. They suddenly leap out of the water with a violent thrash of their tails, grab their prey, drag it back in, and keep it under until the animal drowns or bleeds to death from the bite. Now that's brutal. Since before the dinosaurs went extinct, crocodiles have thrived in this habitat and have used this strategy as they evolved along the way. During the day, they must hit the coast to warm up in the sun and to build their nests, despite spending most of their time in the water. Like all reptiles, saltwater crocodiles reproduce by internal fertilization, and after producing a clutch of about 50 eggs, the females carefully inspect their nests to make them safe for the newborns. Females transport new hatchlings to adjacent bodies of water so that they won't be damaged during that perilous initial journey, and continue to guard the young for at least several months, in addition to defending their eggs from potential predators. It's interesting to note that the sex of the hatchlings is determined by the nest temperature. Warmer nests tend to generate more males, while cooler nests tend to create more females. Okay, we need more girls this time, so let's keep the nest a bit colder. Although saltwater crocodiles have few natural predators, people have hunted them for many years. Their skin is very desirable for use in bags, shoes, boots, and other products. Their flesh and eggs are also consumed. The number of saltwater crocodiles has already been threatened by these actions, and this species has long been regarded as being extremely vulnerable to extinction.